Greetings and welcome to lecture number 4 on internal flow topic, unit number 5. This session we are going to discuss the Moody's diagram. Moody's diagram is especially used to get the value of friction factor when fluid is flowing through a circular pipe. We have discussed the expression how to calculate the frictional head when the flow is laminar, how to calculate the friction head when the flow is turbulent. As far as laminar flow through circular pipe is concerned, we calculate the friction fact. We calculate the frictional head using Hagen-Poiseuille equation. That is P1 minus P2. That is equal to 32 mu VL by d square. In that case, if we divide both sides by equation, that is gamma, we get the frictional head. So the frictional head expression for laminar flow, that is 32 mu VL by gamma d square. As far as turbulent flow is concerned, we use Darcy-Weisbach equation for turbulent flow, that is HF is equal to FL V square by twice GD, where F is the friction factor, or it is also called as the Darcy-Weisbach coefficient. So to get the value of this friction factor, so Moody's team, they have developed the diagram, which we can call it as a chart. This chart they have developed using available data of the piping. So this chart is also called as a non-dimensional chart because on the y-axis we have a friction factor which has no dimension, and on the x-axis we have a Reynolds number, so which is given by the inertia force upon viscous force. The detail about the Reynolds number we will discuss in the next topic, next unit, that is the dimension analysis. So this is a dimensionless number, but it gives the relation between the inertia force and viscous force. So this is a non-dimensional curve. That's why it can be applicable for any types of dimension of the piping. So on y-axis, we have a friction factor. On x-axis, we have a Reynolds number. So it is found that experimentally also it is found that so this particular curve is developed using a semi-empirical relation as well as the experimental data. So it is found that at the Reynolds number, or the velocity, because Reynolds number, the only variable in this particular equation is velocity. So as the velocity increases, because for a particular situation, for particular pipe diameter is constant, rho is constant, mu is constant because the fluid is same. So for a particular fluid flow, if the velocity increases, your value of friction factor decreases. This is for laminar flow, this is for turbulent flow and transition flow. So friction factor decreases with increasing velocity or increasing Reynolds number. As far as the Reynolds laminar flow is concerned, the friction factor is obtained, so no need to use this particular chart. If we know the Reynolds number, we can obtain this friction factor value, that is by using 64 by RE. And this friction factor value we can substitute in the value HF is equal to FL V square by twice G, the Darcy-Weisbach equation. So Darcy-Weisbach equation can be used for laminar flow as well. If we put F is equal to 64 by RE, so if we put this in Darcy-Weisbach equation, here we get the value of HF as well, instead of using 32 mu L by d square, gamma d square. So this is the, there are three regions in this particular chart. So this is a regime of laminar flow. This is a regime of transition flow. And this is a complete turbulent flow, we can say. So in this particular zone, there is a transition region. So this plot is developed for various values of the relative pipe roughness, that is epsilon upon d. So for different values of epsilon upon d, this is the variation. This is the curve for a particular value of epsilon by d. So if we know the roughness of the pipe, if we know the diameter of the pipe, we know this particular line. And now for if we know the velocity, diameter of the pipe is already known to us, and other flow parameters like density and viscosity, then for a particular relative pipe roughness, we can locate this particular point and get the value of corresponding friction factor. So in order to get the value of friction factor, we need this information, that is roughness of the pipe, diameter of the pipe, and velocity of the pipe. So and other flow parameters like density and viscosity. So if we know these parameters, we can locate this on a chart and we get the value of friction factor. So this is the variation for different pipe roughness values, that is relative pipe roughness values. These are the variation. So here we are getting that is a complete, because for this particular graph, this particular line, the entire flow is turbulent, because here for this line, this much portion is transition, then turbulent. But this, it doesn't intersect the transition zone. That's why this particular line is called as a complete turbulence, or the line for the complete turbulent flow. So these lines are used for the transition flow as well, because of this portion. All these lines, there is a transition flow. Beyond this particular point, there is a turbulent flow. So the roughness values for different materials are also given. Generally for concrete new smooth, uh, iron cast, screws, sievers old. So these are the materials which are used in piping and their respective epsilon, that is a roughness value. So from the given information, we can directly get the friction factor. That is the use of Moody's diagram. Most of the engineering practice during the pipe analysis, one must use this particular chart. If they have information that is a geometric information, that is diameter of the pipe, and other flow parameter and fluid parameters. Fluid parameters like density and viscosity, and the flow parameter like velocity. If this information and the roughness of the pipe, if this information is with us, then with the help of this particular chart, we can get the value of friction factor. And later on, if we know the friction factor, we can calculate the pressure drop by using this relation or frictional height. So this is the use of this particular chart. So generally the note can be asked on Moody's diagram. So roughly you can draw this particular diagram, not with the scale. So only you have to show the what is on y-axis, what is on x-axis, which are these constant lines, and the three regions, and the orientation of laminar flow, orientation of turbulent flow lines. For turbulent flow lines, almost there is a little change in friction factor for a particular roughness, the diameter. So more or less friction factor value remains same, except in the transition zone. So it more or less remains constant. But as the roughness value goes on decreases, then again the slope increases. So there is considerable effect of the flow on the friction factor as the roughness value decreases. Means it is more influence with the velocity, that roughness value, or we can say friction factor is more influenced by the velocity, the roughness value is less. But if the roughness value is high, then there is negligible effect of Reynolds number and the friction value. These are some observations so you can quote in your writing. Once you draw this particular diagram, you can write all these points below this diagram. Diagram is not necessary with the scale, but you can draw only a functional, it should be correct. Orientation of the the slope of various lines should be drawn properly. So these are some descriptions related with Moody's diagram. In engineering, the Moody's chart or Moody's diagram, it is a graph of non-dimensional form, and it relates Darcy-Weisbach coefficient, Reynolds number, and surface numbers for fully developed flow in circular pipe, whether it is laminar or turbulent. It can be used to predict the pressure drop or flow through pipe. Moody's term used the available data, including Vickers to show the so that the fluid flow in rough pipes could be described by four dimensionless parameters like Reynolds number, pressure drop coefficient, diameter ratio, and the relative roughness of the pipe. They then produce a single plot which shows that all of these collapse on a series of lines, now known as a Moody chart. So this dimensionless chart is used to work out all this pressure drop, head loss, and flow rate of the pipe. Head loss can be calculated by Darcy-Weisbach equation if we know the friction factor, that is for both laminar and turbulent flow. The chart, or how the chart is plotted, that is given in this particular line by taking friction factor against Reynolds number for variety of relative roughness values. The ratio of mean height of the roughness of the pipe to the pipe diameter, that is called as a relative roughness. The Moody chart can be divided into mainly it is three regions: laminar, transition, and turbulent. For laminar flow, Reynolds number is less than 3000. The roughness has a discernible effects there, and for Darcy-Weisbach coefficient can be calculated using the value of F is equal to 64 by RE for laminar flow. So this is for actually F dash, that is 64. If we have to use is 16 by RE in some cases. For turbulent flow, this equation is used. If we do not have a chart, then the equation can also be used for getting the value of F. But comparatively, Moody's diagram is easy to get the value of friction factor. So that's it about this particular chart. It's a short note can be asked as it is mentioned in the syllabus, but we must know what is the use of friction factor. So at the end of this particular session, you will come to know that Moody's diagram is used to calculate friction factor. And friction factor is required for calculation of frictional head for pressure drop when the fluid is flowing, when fully developed flow is there in circular pipe, whether the flow is laminar or turbulent. In all these cases, the value of friction Moody chart can be used. With this, we end this particular session. Thank you.